How many true friends do you have? Hey, welcome back, Kevin here, and welcome to my series, Freestyle Fire Journal. If you're new to my series, basically every single day, I read one question a day from this one question a day prompt. It's a great journal, by the way. If you want to pick yours up, you can go refugeehustle.com/journal. And basically, I answer a question free and I shoot straight from the dome. I don't pre-plan these videos or anything like that, but it's a way for us to kind of journal together. And what you guys can do is actually comment below with your answers, because I'd just love to get to know you guys on a more personal level. And I think it'd be great both ways as well. So there's that. And the reason why I started this series is because, one, for myself, I can never be really consistent when it comes to journaling. Second thing is that I hate journaling alone. So it just allows me to kind of share that aspect of my life. And fun fact, I'm actually shooting about 4 episodes today because I've just been falling off the train and don't want to get too far behind, but at least it leaves me a little room to just catch up on episodes like this so I can stockpile. So, and before we start, gotta do a shameless plug. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to hit the bell to just stay updated with the daily content on Freestyle Fire Journal as well. Let's get started. The entry today is August 12th, and the question is how many true friends that you have. And if there's one thing I've ever been lucky in my life, is just having true friends. Now you might be asking yourself, oh, what is a true friend? I don't think good friends are determined by how much time you spend with them. It's not determined by gifts or anything like that. It's not even determined by your same interests, right? I think I've been very fortunate in terms of my friendships where it's just very simple. We just enjoy each other's company, and when they're there, they're really there. And for example, recently my mom had a surgery, and one of my friends, he dropped off, really close friend of mine, he dropped off some edible arrangements and also dropped off some sushi for me. Him and his girlfriend were both really great friends, and we've been friends for a while, and it was really great. Like, people don't have to go outside their way. Now, the funny thing about this friendship though is that we don't really talk that much. Maybe we only speak once or twice a year, but when I come back, it's like we pick up from where we last started. And I've just been so blessed to kind of have these relationships in my life where, you know, people are just so generous to me, and I just attract really great people in my life. And I think part of it is being able to invest into these relationships, because even in California, I have a lot of these friendships where it's just like, dude, we just pick up from where we last talked. Maybe we haven't spoken in like 3 to 4 months or even longer, or maybe a few years sometimes, but we can just pick up the relationship from where we last left off. And it's kind of weird. It's just like I've been able to, it's not even like 1, 2, it's like pretty much most of the people I meet, it's just like, man, whenever I want to meet up with someone or just get to know someone, it's just like, hey, I just love to chop it up, see what's happening in your life, and see if I can help in any other way, and just enjoy each other's company. And if I were to think about 3 ways that I've been able to kind of create these relationships, is one, I think the first reason why is like making sure that I do the initial outreach. It's so rare for people to come to you to invest the time to really listen to someone and really get the time to know someone. It's almost like kind of like dating, but not as serious, I guess, right? Especially when I was a pharmacist during my off days, a lot of the time I would just love to chop it up with people and just be like, hey, you know what? You want to grab a coffee or something? Just love to kind of hear what's going on in your life. And in some sort of ways, that's so refreshing, because people just share their life stories with me, and we talk for hours about what we're doing, what they're doing. I've even done it with like a lot of my former, like my clients, my business friends, my non-business friends. Sometimes we don't, like, even though we don't have anything on paper that we have in common. For example, one of my friends, Sylvia, we have nothing really in common, but what was really interesting is that we just relate to each other with life and stuff, and we just love catching up and sharing stories and stuff. And I think there's a lost art, especially in this digital world, of being able to do that as well. Now, the second way that I've been able to kind of create these kick-ass relationships is also being a really good listener. You know, so often we talk too much. You know, it's kind of like it's like when you're on a date, you shouldn't take dating advice from me, but when you're on a date, one of the biggest turnoffs is not listening to the other person and just being talking way too much. And part of a relationship is a two-way street, and what you want to do is kind of by listening a lot more and really listening, not just like going one ear out the other, by really listening, you're able to that's how you build a real relationship. And listening to their stories and you're being curious about people. I think it's a really subtle lost art, and it just it opens up so much vulnerability. And one of the things that I like to always do too is by listening more, this is the third thing, obviously. Like, I always start with a vulnerable story, not like a stage 5 clinger, like, oh my god, I lost my dad on that, but like even talking about like a funny moment, like, oh man, dude, recently I've been like scared as shit about XYZ, or recently, it has me really excited, I recently just did this. And when you start sharing stuff, it opens them up to share stuff too. I don't know, it's kind of a natural skill for me. I've always been really good with people, but that's how I've been able to create true homies in my life. So to answer this question, finally, how many true friends do you have? I have a fuck ton, and I'm so blessed to have that. So, and let me know about your opinion. How many true friends, true homies do you have? What do you consider a true homie or true friend for yourself? Let me know in the comments, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button to stay tuned for daily episodes of the Freestyle Fire Journal, and we'll talk later. All right, take care, peace.